KG with Las Vegas' #1 hit music station. We are 98.5 KLUC. Now today, this is going to be fun. Don't have a regular guest in here. We're talking to my mother. Hello, Dedrea Marita Blackston. Yes. Go ahead, clap, James. Come on, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So how are you doing, Mom?
I'm doing well, son. How are you?
Not too bad at all. I'm blessed, as you would like to say.
Thank you.
Now, the reason we're talking to you is because we could talk for ages. Obviously, you've known me for all 27 years of my life.
I have.
You raised me. I appreciate you. Love you for that.
I love you.
But you do two things. You do more than two things, obviously. But there's two big things that I would like to highlight: the fact that you're a photographer. Been a photographer all my life, and you're also an author. So we could start with the photography.
Okay.
You have I'm wearing this shirt right here, as you can see, Marita Photography.
Yes.
Marita's your middle name.
Yes.
And first of all, why didn't you put an apostrophe S in there? Why is it Marita Photography? Why not Marita's Photography?
Because it's not the way I wanted it to be.
Okay.
I wanted it to be Marita's Photography. I didn't want it to be possessed, and that S is possessive.
So Marita does not possess the photography, is what you're saying?
No, photography is free-spirited, so it's open to everybody. It's what you see in your vision, and my vision is open for everybody to see. So I wanted to share it. I didn't want to possess it.
Okay, this is the same. This is the same Dedrea we get every day.
Hey.
Okay. No. So you and did you get into photography because of my grandfather, your dad? Is that where it started? Is that where the love came from?
That is where it started. That is where the love came from. My father,
and
David Cunningham.
And what was his title? What did he do as far as photography is concerned?
So he had a business called Dave's Photography, and he mainly did weddings,
okay,
and homecoming, school events, and he worked at the Air Force as a photographer there also in a lab. So, but he had a passion for it.
Okay.
He did it at home all the time. Little kids, we used to model for him and play around, and he took pictures constantly. My first camera was a little brownie, little itty bitty camera.
Black ones with the yellow, the top ones you had when I was a kid on display.
Little black box, really tiny little thing, but that's how he taught me.
Okay.
So my love for photography started then.
Okay. And then it just blossomed, obviously.
It just blossomed because I realized you can see things differently through a lens sometimes that people don't always see, and then you can share it.
Okay. I think Richie can vouch for that as well. Richie's a photographer, videographer, all type of visual creation. I don't have that knack, that eye.
I think you do.
In a certain capacity. Now, I don't know behind the lens.
I think you do.
But no, so you've been doing this my whole life, and you just recently kind of turned it into I don't per se a business. You've turned it into something like that where you go out and do events. You're marketing yourself a little bit more. What took you so long to do that? Why? When you know you have a talent and it's something that you love, why not turn it into something that you can do full time, or to make money off of?
Because I'm not a person to want to make money off my passion. It's something I want to give away, something I want to share. It's who I am. It's, again, because of that free spirit of the way, I believe. So I believe in pay it forward or give it forward. So if someone wants to get something in return and want to trade, that's fine. But I'm not doing it to make money.
Okay.
I'm not going to make money off my passion. It was never my job. So my job is different. Financial manager, that's my job.
What if it could become your job, and then you could have your passion and your job in the same thing?
Then am I going to lose my
passion for
fun for it? Am I going to start looking at those dollars and thinking I got to do this and this? I don't want that. I don't want that schedule. I don't want that grind. I want to have fun when I want to have fun with it.
Okay.
And I want to share it when I want to share it with, I just want the freedom.
Okay. Well, let's speak on, can we talk about John, my brother John, real quick, and how he's doing groundsounds.com, Berrien Media. He's found a way, I feel like, to incorporate his passion with his grind, with his job. Do you think that's possible?
Oh, that's definitely possible.
Okay.
And that's the path that he took. He went to school to do that, and he was able to put together his passion and his job.
Okay.
I didn't go to school to be a photographer. It was always a hobby.
Okay.
It was always fun. It was always on the side. I went to school to do something different.
But it's more so than it's more than a hobby. You do it to a high degree, a high level, I would say.
You would say.
Oh, okay. And would I not be right?
I do it to fulfill my passion. I do it to have fun.
Okay.
So I don't know there are people who do way more greater talented things with photography than I could ever do. Always. So for me, it's the small things, which is why I like macro photography.
Okay.
I like the bugs and the butterflies and the little itty bitty things. I like to make those things bigger as life when you can see an insect's wings and, things that we don't see every day, the small stuff.
Okay.
So my vision is it's on a smaller scope.
Okay. All right. You got it. We'll leave it at that. So no, you're also an author. You've written and published 3 books.
I have.
And I forgive me for the years. I don't remember. Obviously, you have one just come out this year, but we'll start with the first one. You've got Headline Healing, Already Healed.
Yes.
You've got Our Father's Love, A
Yes.
Journey of Faith. And then you've got The Blood of Love.
Yes.
which just came out this year. First of all, what you've been writing your whole life, whether it's poetry, stories, things like that, since you were a kid. You've shown me books.
I have.
That you have from way back when. Where did the inspiration come to actually publish a book?
So the inspiration came to publish a book. The first book was Headline Healing, and I had one of my best friends, Will Blakeney, had a miracle happen. He had an aneurysm, almost died. He had a great story to what he went through, and I wanted that story to be put into words because it's something that could help other people.
Right.
So I wanted him to publish his story. He didn't want to publish per se his own story, but he'd agreed to publish with me. So that's how the first one started. And I wanted everyone to understand the power of healing and the miracle that still exists today.
Right.
And so I started with his story and developed it from there.
And there were more stories in that book, correct? There were several stories in the Headline Healing book.
There was his story in Headline Healing, and then there was the background of healing and the stories from the Bible on healing.
Okay. And what year was that? It was just shortly after 2000, or was it 99? Was it?
No. That was in like 2002.
2004. It says
2004.
2004. Okay, so I was 14 when you did that. Then we went to Our Father's Love, A Journey of Faith, which I have the cover on my chest tattoo.
Hey.
And what was this one about? Describe this one.
So that one was about what it says, Our Father's Love. So obviously a great inspiration to me was my father, David Cunningham, who also inspired me to do photography. And he passed away in 1999. And I wanted the world to understand love as I knew it, because there is no better love for anybody in this world than our Father's love. And I mean God at that point in time. So I kind of correlated what I have biologically to what we have even greater spiritually. And I wanted to bring it together for everybody. Not everybody has the same experience as me with their biological fathers, but you can obtain that or have that, or it's here for everyone to experience in a spiritual realm. So I wanted to share that love with others and for them to possibly see that everything that I had going through, because that book talks about some of my journey and my things that I went through in life and how I overcame them through love. Love is always, to me, the conqueror of all.
Okay, I think that's a great transition to The Blood of Love, which I recently just read. And I would agree with you. Love is conqueror of all, and we have these conversations all the time. Sometimes it's a little harder to actually to ingest and get out there. But I would totally agree. For me, what you just said though, love is the conqueror of all, describes what I read in The Blood of Love, which was, first of all, Our Father's Love was 2008. The Blood of Love was this year.
Just this year.
And it's about love. It's about love in all capacities. How would you define the book? What would you say it's about?
The book is about relationship love, all relationships, whether it's with a parent, a child, whether it's with a spouse, a partner, a coworker, and an employee, any relationship that you have, because we all have relationships with people every day. We run into people, road rage on the road. There's relationship there that we have to deal with, and how we handle each of those things that we go through, and just how to deal with people in a loving fashion on any level. So that book was about love and how to embrace it, and the unity that we all have within us. And so the blood of love stems from the fact that within all of us and through all of us is an amazing blood of love from where we all have emanated from. We all emanate from one creator. So we all have that one common thread, that blood, that love runs through us. And if we could all unite on that level and stop the division and stop the hate and stop the jealousy and the rage and the judgment and just come together on that one space, this world will be so much better.
Agreed.
In every aspect.
And the cover is what got me, is that you have hands of each and every all type of colors on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that could have come at a better time, especially in 2017 with all everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And Richie will vouch. I speak on race a lot, which is, I think, is a man-made thing. But it frustrates me a lot. But then if you go, I went to Richie's kids football practice, and it's wild to see when you see these kids at such a young age, and they have no knowledge of race in general. They're what's the word I'm looking for? They're innocent. The innocence is so pure, and it's. But then we get older, and you see more stuff, and you gain that, and it's how do you keep that from happening? How do you keep that innocence? Is it possible to keep that innocence? Would you say?
I think this world taints it so much from day one. There's so much segregation and so much division. Even in little kids, you see it. My granddaughter knows that she's brown, And she told me one day we were brown people. So, they somehow pick this up, and then it gets twisted as they get older, and we form cliques of life and who you belong with and who you belong to. And we lose that pure innocence that we are born with because of what we are taught or what we see. And if we could just get back to that, that initial love that we are all, started with, it would be an amazing thing. But unfortunately, there's too much, people want other stuff. They want what everybody else has. There's a lust for things that,
that's of this world.
That's of this world instead of the core of it. I was watching a movie the other day about this man who wanted to make money off a house. And as the movie goes on, his child gets shot and is about to die. And he starts praying, all I want is my son. All I want is my son, because he realized that trying to make this money isn't going to get you what you want. What you really want is your son. And we don't value those core things enough. We value stuff, and we lust for stuff. But it gets down to it. You can't take one iota of it with you.
Right.
So you've got to value the time that you have, the people that you have to spend it with, and to be able to give that back. And so these books are just a bit of leaving a little piece of me here that, if I could share my love with everybody in the world, go back to that Coke commercial from the 60s, all of us unite, I would do it.
Okay. No, I'm with that. Where can they get the books at? I know they're on Amazon.
They are on Amazon. Or you can go to any bookstore, Barnes & Nobles, or whatever bookstore is around, and they can order it for you.
So they're online?
They are online.
Okay. And then where can everybody follow you at? I know you're not big on social media, but if someone wanted to get in contact with you to get a book, or for photography, whatever it may be, where can they follow you at?
So I'm on Instagram as Marita621.
Yes.
I don't have a Facebook account. I'm not a social media person. I do have a website for the photography, which is Marita Photography at photoshelter.com. So I do have a photo site.
And you recently just got back in school, right?
Yes, I recently just took my first class. I'm going to study Christian theology.
And what is your goal after that?
To give back more and more and more and learn how to do it.
Do you want to teach the word, or?
I think I teach every day.
Okay.
I think we all teachers.
I like that. And one thing from my beautiful mother, Dedrea Marita Blackston, what would you want to leave everybody with?
So I have mentioned my father, David Cunningham. I want to give a shout out to my mother, Nancy Cunningham, also, because I am who I am because of both my parents. And I appreciate the love that I was raised with. I want to give that love back to everybody. And I hope that everybody can embrace just a little bit of love each day and look forward to that.
And I'm going to put you on the spot. You don't get to do this. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Any shout outs?
Yeah. Who do you want to shout out?
Hey, my husband, James Blackston, who's been the number one supporter through everything and has helped me get back home to my family to support them and show that love. He showed me much love with that. Of course, Alex, I could shout out to you, but you're already there. My son, John Barry, and my grandkids, everybody. I mean, love for everybody. So if I knew your name and everybody's name, I'd say it.
This is the most soft-spoken. I think you can attest to this, James. This is different. I'm not like, you're so, once the camera comes on, it's just very soft-spoken, very well-mannered. There's a little whisper action going on. Yeah. When just before we were coming in here, it was all loud. Alex, do this, do that. Is your car all right? Dude, take care of the dog. Go take care of the trash. Are you doing this? Well,
see, that was in mother mode.
So what are we now? You're still my mother.
We're in Deidre's on the spot mode.
Oh, okay. Do you have any, just because we're here, do you have any corny jokes for me right now?
I don't have any corny jokes for you.
You had dirty jokes earlier.
Okay, you want a really, 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 really dirty joke?
As long as it's not going to taint the image that you're trying to give off right now.
Okay. There's a little boy fell in the mud.
Just like that. Dedrea Marita Blackston, go get the books. Headline Healing, Our Father's Love, A Journey of Faith, The Blood of Love, and if you need anything photography-wise, she's got you covered. My beautiful mother. I love you, Mom.
Thank you. I love you.
It's 98.5 KLUC.
Make it shine like gold. Make it shine like gold.